guys, good afternoon. So I'm here again. I just want to share something about my day today. Kakagaling ko lang sa Preceptorship training workshop this morning from 9 a.m. hanggang 1 p.m. So I was with my friend Grace and we attended the Preceptorship seminar. So how did we end up being in the seminar? So last year, December, I received an email from our Band 6 sister that he had appointed me as the preceptor of one of the newly qualified nurse in my ward that I'm working in right now, and that my colleague Grace, she was also appointed as a preceptor of another newly qualified nurse. So with this program, we were asked to attend the preceptorship training so that we'll be able to handle our preceptee well. We'll be able to know what to discuss, what to coach, what to advise, and what to instruct them. So yon, it was really a very useful, productive day by attending this preceptorship workshop. I've learned a lot. It's not only about preceptorship or mentoring, but it's on parang more on bumalik kami dun sa mga course nung college, natakal yung about sa psychology, about mentoring, and how to be an influencer. So there's some things na nagustuhan ko dun sa diniscuss kanina. By the way, it was the training, it was conducted by Caroline. She's one of the practice development nurses in the hospital that I'm working with, and there's a lot of things na I love about how she explained and how we'll be able to become an effective preceptor. Ang dami niyang mga quotable quotes na I wasn't able to write everything, but may mga iba, and that's what I will be sharing. So she said earlier na not being an expert of something doesn't mean you can coach them. So that's one of the things that I love on what she said earlier. Kasi for us, alam natin na nafe-feel natin na sorry about that. So just like what I said earlier na sinabi ni Caroline, she said not being an expert of something doesn't mean you can coach them, because alam ko na nafe-feel natin sometimes na we are not the best person to teach another colleague, or we are not the expert of what we're doing, because we know that we still have a lot of things to learn. And with that phrase na doesn't mean not being an expert of something doesn't mean that you can coach them. So it's a validation na kahit na hindi tayo expert ng anything, kahit na we think na we are not the best sa ginagawa natin, but it doesn't mean na hindi tayo pwedeng mag-coach. We can still coach kung ano man yung alam natin, and no matter how little or how small things na ginawa natin para sa isang tao, or how little the knowledge that we share with another person, it's still something. So yon. And another thing that she discussed that I really like is about the Kiplings Men. It was coined, or it was from Rudyard Kipling. He said, "I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and where and when, how and why and who." So it means na si Rudyard Kipling, he is telling us na we should always be friends with what, where, when, how, why, who in our lives. Kasi without them, we won't be able to identify our problem. We won't be able to help other people, teach other people, coach other people if we don't have this what, where, when. if we're always direct with what we want, and we don't open ourselves to questions, to new ideas, we won't be able to grow. So we should always have this, always have to ask or think within ourselves, what is the relevance of this matter to me, or where will I go, where am I supposed to be, when should I do it, how will I do it, and why do I have to do it, and who should I ask questions. All of these questions, we should always have this in mind for us to be able to grow. And she also said the difference between coaching, advising, instructing, counseling, and mentoring. So, what's the difference between all of this? So, ito yung natutunan ko kanina. Isa sa mga natutunan ko. Coaching with another person, Caroline said na with coaching, we should be able to on how we should be able to do coaching effectively is to allow the other person to figure things out themselves, or you're just there to guide them, but you should allow them on how things can be done. You should allow the other person, nandun ka lang to coach them, pero you have to allow the other person to figure out how things needs to be done. And then advising, it's more of like, based on our experience, we share things or knowledge to another person, but it's up to another person if they want to take your advice or not. And it's not required for them to take the advice, because you are just advising. And then instructing, it's more of like the procedure. If you want to tell another person or show another person how to do things, you instruct them. For example, you want to show them how to use the infusion pump, or you want to show them how to administer IV medication. So we can use instructing for that. Counseling, it's more of exploration of feelings of the other person, what they think about what happened, how did they feel about that. You can also explore their past experiences, so that's counseling. And then mentoring, it's a combination of coaching, advising, instructing, mentoring. So that's like the umbrella for coaching, advising, instructing, counseling. So, yun. And then, she also taught us another coaching model that we can use. Ito, this one, I didn't know na meron palang ganitong model. But, dun sa nakikita ko dun sa process niya, I think ito rin yung ginagawa ko whenever I'm deciding on one decision to make. So this is the GROW coaching model. GROW is an acronym for G for goal, R reality, O options, W is for will or way forward. So, sabi dito, there are certain questions in every acronym na makakapag-identify sa atin dun sa kung ano yung pino-point out natin for every acronym. So, for example, for goal, there are questions na pwede nating itanong sa sarili natin or sa ibang tao kung ano ba yung goal niya, para malaman natin kung anong goal niya. So, first is under goal. What specifically would you like to achieve? What's important about that? What does good look like in relation to this issue? Or what would success look like? So that's under goal. And then afterwards, reality, under that is what's happening now in related to this issue. Who else is involved? What's been happening? So under siya dun sa reality. The next one is the option. What could change the situation? Or what options are there? And then dun sa will naman, which of those options appeal to you? This is where you will decide. Ayan. So, magbibigay ako ng circumstance sa buhay ko or decision na pinag-isipan ko dun sa buhay ko na I think nagamit ko yung grow model na to even before it was introduced to me on today's workshop. So, last month, I was pondering on deciding whether I should transfer a ward or not. So, ang options ko nun, parang, ang problem nun was, I'm having a bad backache. Dun kapag nagde-day shift ako, after my shift sa ward ko. So, sabi ko, I should take care of my health. What should I do? So, yun yung goal ko. I should take care of my health. I should value my body. However, nagkaka-backache ako sa ward ko ngayon. So, what are the options? I've thought of transferring to another ward, dun sa lighter ward na independent yung mga patient. I've also thought of transferring to a pediatric ward. So, first one is to transfer to a surgery ward. Second is to transfer to pedia ward. The third option is to stay in my ward, but then I should exercise and do stretching and do activities, physical activities during my day off para to prevent muscle strain, para ma-stretch yung body ko, like attending yoga exercises. So, yun yung options. So, sorry, yun yung options, nag-jump ako. So, yung reality muna, mabigat yung ward namin. A lot of times, the patients are breathless, they become dependent, they become bedbound. So, whenever we're moving the patients, whenever we're hoisting them, it is unavoidable na nagkakaroon kami ng muscle strain. And, yun yung reason kung bakit ako nagkaka-backache. So, ang options ko is yun nga, transfer ng ward, mag-exercise, do activities, stretching before my long day shift or before any shift. So, what I've come up with, the solution, what do I think is the best solution? Na nandun na tayo sa wheel. Ano sa tingin mo yung best option sa lahat ng yon? So, I've decided, because I love my ward very much. I love yung area. It's a respiratory ward. I love my manager, my colleagues, my coworkers, and all the people that I'm working with. So, parang ayoko talagang mag-transfer. So, what I've decided with myself is that every day na before going to work, I should do stretching, 15 minutes stretching, and then every day off, I should do physical activities. So, that's just what I've decided, and masasabi ko talaga na na-minimize talaga yung occurrence ng backache or ng muscle strain. So, because naisip ko rin na what if, kunyari, magta-transfer ako sa surgery ward or sa pedia ward. So, hindi na ma-strain yung muscle ko. But, wala na rin ako reason to do physical activities. So, for me, here, by staying in my ward, I love my ward, I am obliged to do physical activities, not only for my back, and not only it will not only benefit my work, but it will also benefit me personally, kasi I will develop physical activities, I will not have sedentary lifestyle. So, yun lang yung naisip ko kanina, na even though the grow coaching analysis was not yet introduced to me, ginagawa ko na pala siya. So, yun lang. Thank you very much for watching. Yun lang yung mga realizations ko ngayon. I'm doing this again, the very reasons why I'm documenting this, taking videos of all these workshops, kasi ayoko siya makalimutan. I wanna go back to this again in the future, just in case kailanganin ko ulit siya. So, thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye!